All right, thanks, Zach. In today's Relationship Rehab, we're meeting with Kendall Grayson, who is a professional life advisor, and we're here to talk about the languages of love today.
Yes, we are.
What are the options there?
Well, this is based off of a very high-selling book that is called The 5 Love Languages by Gary Chapman. And the 5 love languages that he outlines are words of affirmation. This is kind words, encouragement, acts of service. Acts of service is the doing random acts of kindness for people in your actions. Gifts, I don't think I need to explain that one too much. Quality time and attention. Again, I don't think I need to explain that too much, but that's that shoulder-to-shoulder time and positive attention. And appropriate physical touch. Again, I don't think I need to explain that one too much.
Yeah, I think that one pretty much sums it up. And people can have different levels of needing certain things, correct?
Definitely they can. When you go to the Love Languages website, there's actually a 30-question quiz that you can take. Your partner can take it, and it will tell you which one of those love languages is your #1 love language. There's usually going to be one that is the highest, and then there's going to be one right underneath that. So everybody has a love language, and that's how you want to talk to your partner. That's how you want to show them love. A lot of times we show people love through our love language. So if my love language is going to be words of affirmation and my husband's is something else, I'm going to show him love through words of affirmation, and he may not get that. They may not show him love.
The other.
Correct.
So it is okay for couples to have 2 different types of love languages, just as long as you acknowledge what they are.
It is. What's really important is to find out what your partner's love language is. And instead of giving them love through your love language, show them love through their love language. So that's why I always suggest to couples to go take the quiz, find out what their partner's love language is, and to start showing their partner love through their love language, not through your love language.
Do you think that's probably, or could be, the root of a lot of problems?
I think it is. A lot of times when couples come to me, that's the very first thing I have them do. Go take the quiz, find out what each other's love languages are, and then come back to me. There's actually a love language challenge going on right now. If you go to the website, you can download an app, and they will send you a new challenge every day that is based off of your partner's love language.
What would you say the most popular love language is for people?
It's funny because most men have physical touch pretty high up there, and I think the next one usually for women is something around doing the random acts of kindness or the words of affirmation.
Helping out and doing stuff.
Yes.
Okay. Well, and that website we were talking about is 5, the number 5, lovelanguages.com. And you can go take the quiz. I actually just took the quiz. And it's tricky. I mean, you choose between 2 options, and some of them...
Pick the best choice, whatever best describes you.
What you prefer, and some of them are hard.
They are.
It's a hard choice, but very cool and insightful. And coming up, Zach is actually taking the quiz right now as we speak, and so we'll kind of talk about, if we were a couple, how we would interact towards each other if our love languages don't match up. All right, thanks, Zach. Well, we are having Relationship Rehab today, and Carissa is off, so I'm kind of helping fill in with Kendall Grayson, and we're talking about love languages.
Yes, we are. And we're going to look at you and Zach's love languages.
The tables have turned. The interviewers are now the interviewees.
This is true.
It is. Now, it's important to know that these could also be used in the workplace, so you guys don't have to be a couple.
Which we are not.
But if you were, here's what I would look at. It's pretty funny because we actually have the same ones, but you're a little bit different because you had 2 that were rated a 10, which would be your highest love language. So you had words of affirmation and you had quality time. And then for Zach, you also had quality time.
Uh-oh.
Hey.
But actually what happens is most people don't marry someone who is just like them. They don't marry someone who's going to have the same love language because variety is the spice of life. So in this case, what I would probably suggest is that Zach would try to meet your words of affirmation by giving you encouragement and kind words. And because you both have quality time, that kind of works out. But with quality time in the workplace, you want to spend time together. You want to have that shoulder-to-shoulder time, good conversations, really listening, saying, how is your day going? What's going on in your life? And to actually sit back and listen.
genuinely caring
Yes.
about what they're saying.
Are gifts still allowed?
Gifts are still
are
allowed.
very allowed.
Let's see where that falls. That's right in the middle for both of you, so you can still give gifts to each other.
So if those results, that means that gifts aren't that big on our list of things. But
That's right.
say we did have a partner who that was a big deal. Do you just give them gifts all the time? Or I mean, how do you?
Random gifts, it doesn't have to be big gifts, but small gifts that mean something. So if you're really listening to your spouse and you hear them say something and you think, you know what, I'm going to pick that up today and bring it home, that means a lot more than just giving the extravagant bracelets and necklaces that cost a lot of money.
Are there any love languages that you found that people just don't work if they're two opposite ends?
The most difficult relationship is when you have someone where physical touch is the highest and then the other person physical touch is the lowest. That's really hard to mix because it's such an important quality, and for it to be so low for someone else and so high for the other person, it's hard to bring those two together. Not impossible, but difficult.
Do people change easily? Do their love languages ever change over time?
They do change, but that question, do people change easily? Of course they don't. It's very difficult to change someone. So if you find out right off the bat in a relationship before you're married that we're not compatible, it's best to not pursue that relationship.
Okay, well, thank you so much for joining us. And if people wanted to take the quiz, you can just go to 5, the number 5, lovelanguages.com and take it and find out what yours is.
And Megan's phone number is 555-9111. She likes compliments.
Yes, I do. Thank you, Zach.